Okay, so I make tons of videos on hydrogen. It's a technology that I believe in, and therefore when I see news or a cool new breakthrough, I'll make a video. Now every time I do, I get many people agreeing with me, but then I also get the people stating that it is stupid and that it will never take off because of range, infrastructure and storage. Now in my recent videos I have addressed the infrastructure and the storage. There are a few solutions for the storage problem, and many companies are working on building hydrogen plants and installing fueling stations. So today we will focus on range. After Engineering Explained made his video, everybody and their mother decided that it's impossible to build a hydrogen car with a decent range. So is this true? Should we all just keep up on the dream of having a combustion powered vehicle that is eco-friendly in the future? No, in this video I showed how hard some of the biggest companies in the world are working on furthering this technology, and in that video I said that if the technology is such a lost cause, why would they invest millions into it? But I had no actual range figures of any of the combustion engines, only the engines and the power figures. Well, since then I've been hard at work searching for a hydrogen combustion engine where the companies actually have released a range. You see, most of these engines are still in development, so they don't really know what the range would be. They have a theoretical idea, but they won't release anything until they have proof. Unlike Tesla, which promises the world and then under-delivers way behind schedule. Now Japan and China are still very quiet when it comes to range. They have actual working cars and engines, but they haven't released a whole lot on the specific engine data. Luckily, the US of A is also hard at work developing these engines, and Cummins, the company behind some of the best diesel engines, are also developing some hydrogen internal combustion engines. Now Cummins installed their B6.7 hydrogen engine into the Mercedes-Benz Atigo 4x2 truck, and they showed it off at an exhibition in Germany. Now this engine produces 290 horsepower and 1200 Nm of torque, so perfect for a truck where we want tons of torque. Now this truck features two hydrogen tanks. Together they can house around 40 kilograms of hydrogen, and with this fuel this 7.5 ton truck has a range of around 500 kilometers or 310 miles, and you can refill it in just 5 minutes. Now Cummins are working on a system for long distance trucks as well that will be able to do over 1,000 kilometers on one refuel using their bigger 15-liter engine, but I'll make a video on that as soon as they release more info. Anyways, those two are trucks. Trucks have massive space for tanks. What about cars? Well, you see, I made two videos on cars Mike Copeland built. Both of his cars are classic American muscle cars, which he converted to run on hydrogen fuel. If you want more details on each build, I strongly suggest that you go and watch those videos after this one. But he built a 1948 pickup truck powered by a 6.2 litre supercharged LS V8. This truck produces over 500 horsepower. As for range, this internal combustion truck drives around 3.5 hours on one tank of hydrogen fuel. If we drive 60 miles an hour or around 100 kilometers an hour, that's 210 miles or 337 kilometers on one tank. This is the size of the tank, and yes, that's not crazy far, but here's the thing, it's a 6.2 litre V8 with a massive supercharger. It would gulp down gasoline as well. Then he also built a 1964 Ford Falcon Sprint. The Ford Falcon features a 5 litre Coyote engine, which has also been converted to run on hydrogen. Now this car can run between 4 and 5 hours at cruising speeds on one tank of pressurized hydrogen. The tank weighs about 5.3 kilograms and occupies the trunk of the vehicle. Again, let's use 60 miles an hour. That's between 240 miles or 390 kilometers or 300 miles or 482 kilometers on one tank. Now to put that into perspective, a Mustang 5 litre using the same engine on petrol has a claimed range of 481 kilometers or 298 miles on one tank, so pretty much identical. Now I will have to say, if you drive these cars hard, the range will come down significantly, but the same goes for electric as well as gasoline or diesel. But if you can get 300 miles out of a 5 litre V8, what would you be able to get if you used a 3-cylinder turbo engine? The range would be decent. And that's exactly what Toyota is pursuing with their 3-liter turbocharged engine that they've used in the Corolla and in their H2 Yaris. Now Kawasaki is also building a hydrogen engine, and they're busy building a sports touring bike powered by a 1-liter inline-4 with a supercharger. Both of these smaller capacity engines would use way less hydrogen to fuel, and therefore they would have a decent range. So at the end of the video, I do believe that the internal combustion engine will live on for many more years. Between MotoGP, Formula 1 and many others working on synthetic fuels which will be drop-in and completely carbon neutral, and then massive companies pursuing hydrogen, we don't really need to worry. These engines will live on and be green. But let me know what you guys think down below. If you've got any info on hydrogen or whatever that you want me to go look at, just let me know down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you did like this video, you like all of my other stuff, so just go through my channel, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?